But I don't know what's what I. Do you guys usually make a wish when an eyelash comes out? Let me make a wish. And welcome. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your time watching my video. My name is Maureen and I'm just getting started here on the YouTube space. I want to be making content around self-improvement, travel vlogs and everything in between. So I hope that we can learn from each other and you guys can learn about my life. I have experienced different types of rejection or disappointment and failures, and I've learned a couple of lessons through those experiences. I've been through breakups, I have been rejected for job opportunities, for scholarships, my businesses have failed, and I thought I should share with you guys a few lessons that I have learned and how I've been able to pick myself up after facing all those disappointments or rejections. So I have 10 points and we shall get started. Point number 1 is rejection or disappointments need time to heal from. So I would like to encourage you, if you have been through an experience of rejection or disappointment, please take some time to heal. Take some time to reflect on what has just happened to you. Accept that you've been through, maybe it's a traumatizing experience, maybe it just gives you negative energy. Take time and identify those feelings, and then that way you can be able to say, okay, this is how I'm feeling because of this and that, and this is how I can be able to get out of it. So take some time, allow yourself to be sad, allow yourself to recognize that you have gone through a negative experience, and then you can heal from it. The second point is, for you to be able to get over disappointment or rejection, it requires a lot of willpower and your discipline in your brain. So I think in the first point I've said that you need to take time to accept and come to terms with what has happened to you. If you don't have a strong willpower, you remain in a place of sadness and self-pity, and eventually you might even become bitter. But when you develop a strong willpower, you are able to get yourself out of that point of sadness and hurt. So the second point is that I've learned, for me to get over disappointment, I have to have a lot of willpower. I have to have that self-drive to be able to come out of that dark space. The third thing is, disappointment or rejection gives us an opportunity to improve ourselves. We've all seen those messages for, we regret to inform you, unfortunately, or sorry, this is not working for me. All those messages that we have received, or rejection or disappointment, most of the time you have a sorry with feedback why, or we regret to inform you because of ABCD. And I think we can choose to wallow in the sadness, or decide that I'm going to improve on my weaknesses, or I'm going to improve on my weak areas, so that the next time I have a similar opportunity, I qualify. For example, you apply for a job and they want somebody who has a strong technical expertise in project management, and you don't. And when you get your letter of rejection, they tell you that they needed somebody with a stronger background in whatever area. And if it's something you're interested in, then it means that you now have an opportunity to pursue a course, to pursue a degree, to do some online courses, to do some reading up, to take more opportunities at your workplace where you're handling project management tasks, so that the next time you have an opportunity like this, you've already tightened up the loose ends in your skill set. The other thing is, maybe you've lost a friend, and the friend gave you feedback that I'm not comfortable having you around me because maybe you're rude or you're unkind. Then it gives you a time of reflection, and you think that, oh, actually my friend is right, and because I value my friendships, I think it's time for me to improve on area A or B of my life, so that the next time I'm not losing a friend for the same reasons. And you remember I said it needs a lot of willpower. Willpower means that you're able to rise above your pride, you're able to rise above your ego, because when you have your ego speaking to you and telling you that your friend is too sensitive, or those guys at the job don't know what they want, yet this is feedback that can help you grow, then you miss out. So point number 4 is, my primary school teacher always used to tell us, expect the best but prepare for the worst. So through disappointment and rejection, I've learned to always prepare for anything. I expect the best, but I'm ready for anything that life throws at me. Guys, life is so unpredictable, and for me to be able, I don't know what I do you guys usually make a wish when an eyelash comes out? Let me make a wish. Anyway, yeah, so life is always unpredictable, and people like to say that the only constant in life is change. The only thing that doesn't change is change, because life is always changing, the world is always moving, and I think knowing that anything can happen, having an open mind, helps you to deal better with disappointments. Yeah, so always expect the best, have a positive outlook towards life, but always know that the unexpected can happen, and how do you prepare yourself for that? So those are the questions that you ask yourself, and then you're able to deal with the sadness, the rage, the heartbreak that comes with disappointment and rejection. Then point number 4. Rejection and disappointments have taught me to be very, very resilient, and I've had to learn the hard way, because things really get to me. I don't know if it's my temperament or just because I'm an empath. I also feel people's pain. So when something unfortunate happens to me, I'm like, how come no one cares? How come they didn't consider my feelings? But I've realized that it's a part of life, and I've learned to be resilient, because sorry, I'm looking down because I have my notes with me. Some disappointments can really move you. They can shake you to the core. They can really cause you to question your self-worth, question yourself, question what your abilities, but you need to be resilient. I have learned to be resilient. I have learned to develop a thick skin, because you'll always be disappointed in one way. Guys, sometimes you boil rice, you've put 1 cup and 1 cup of rice and 2 cups of water, but because of how you regulated the fire, the rice comes out and it's not, either it's undercooked or it's chicanad, it's clumped up together. Literally, in the small tiny things of life, you're bound to be disappointed. And even in the big things, don't take yourself too seriously. Just begin to develop that resilience, that when you're not taking yourself too seriously, you're able to pick up the pieces and start again and try again over and over until you get it right. Then the 5th thing is, through disappointments and rejection, I've learned that I'm able to equip myself better. I'm more prepared for the next time that a similar thing happens. I'm more resilient, I am more ready, I'm more open-minded, I move on faster. So like the first time I got a rejection for a job offer, I felt really bad, and I began to feel like I can never qualify for any job opportunities. But honey, after 7 years of working, I apply for jobs, I get rejection letters, and I move on. And I laugh sometimes. I'm like, here we go again. So when you experience rejection or disappointments, they equip you better for next time. They equip you better to face rejection. Even you can apply that. Maybe you face rejection in your place of work, and then when you go to the social space, you face rejection. You're already accustomed, you're already familiar with the negative feelings, you're already familiar with, this is how I feel and this is how I get out of it. So you can be able to adapt to the same process in any area of your life. Then number 6 is that it gives you a chance to refocus and rethink. There are people who say it's not rejection, it's realignment. Like by someone rejecting you, they are giving you an opportunity to actually align yourself with the right path that you're supposed to take. So you remember the first point I said, that disappointment or rejection requires you to take some time and actually reflect on what has happened and recognize the negative feelings. And in that recognizing your negative feelings, then you really reflect back on what is it that you really want, where is it that you want to go. And from that, everything is like tied together. You reflect, you have a strong willpower, and then you learn from your weaknesses. Like it builds up and builds up and builds up until you come out and you make a new strategy and you try again. Yeah. Then number 7 is that for me, disappointments remind me that I am just human. They remind me that I have no control over how things will turn out, and usually they can either go my way or they can go the opposite, in the complete opposite direction. And this reminds me to really just put my trust in God, because for me, who is a Christian, the Bible says that when you delight in the ways of God, you place your trust in Him, then He's going to establish your plans. Some people say that you plan and God laughs, and for real, sometimes you plan and God will really laugh in your face and it will hurt. But I have to keep trusting that He has good plans for me, because in the good book He still says that He has good plans for my life, and all things will work together for me because I love the Lord. So it gives me a chance to strengthen my faith, to really trust in God and know that He has a good plan for me. So for you, I would also encourage you to do the same thing. In whichever faith that you believe in, it's an opportunity to go back to your source, to go back to He who guides you, and begin to ask questions and surrender yourself to the universe, for those of you who see the universe. But personally, I surrender myself to God and I say, you know what, I've tried this via my own strength, or I even trusted you that this would work, but for whatever reason you have seen that it will go up until this point, and from here on I know you will guide me even to the next step and the next step. So rejection and disappointment remind me of my humanness. And the second last point is that they mean, the disappointment or rejection, it reminds you of how brave you are. It reminds you of the chance that you've taken. It reminds you of the discipline that you have developed, and you've taken a chance. You've been daring enough to apply for a job. You've been daring enough to set a goal and even go for it. You've opened yourself up to new things. So celebrate yourself, celebrate the small wins. Always remember to pat yourself in the back. Remember to count your blessings, because even though you've gone through a disappointment, even though you've been disappointed, it doesn't mean that there's nothing you've accomplished. So I read something today that we are a society always chasing joy because we have a lack of gratitude, and that really hit home. because when you're going through a disappointment, you never remember anything good. You always focus on what's wrong with me, why can't I get anything right, why didn't they want to have me in their program, why is my friend ignoring me, is it that I'm not a good friend, is it because I don't have a car? I mean, you begin to question yourself. But honey, I would love to encourage you today, remember to give thanks. Remember to look in your life and see the good things that you have there, that you've achieved, that even it's a privilege to be able to dream and have goals. So celebrate the small things, and with time the feelings of hurt and disappointment will begin to be less prominent in your life. And then the final point is, when you're going through disappointment or rejection, it will feel like the end of your world. It will feel like your world is falling apart, like nothing is ever going to work, like you're a complete failure. But trust me, it's only the beginning of the best days of your life. You know how people say that the best is yet to come? Trust me, the best is yet to come. Even when it feels like nothing is ever going to work out, trust me. I'm sure there are many other times when you felt like this, but you've gotten over it and you've come to this point, and now you have another chance to recalibrate. You have a chance to recognize your feelings. Like I said, number one, you have a chance to develop your brain. You have a chance to have a stronger, a thicker skin. You have an opportunity to work on your weaknesses. You have an opportunity to always be ready for anything, to be open-minded. You have an opportunity to develop resilience. You have an opportunity to equip yourself for the next time when you have any disappointment. You have gone through this one and you come out at the top. The next time you go through a similar situation, you're going to be able to overcome it. And the other point was that it gives you a chance to refocus. It gives you a chance to rethink your approach, rethink your goals, rethink your networks, rethink what you know and how you're going about achieving your goals. It also reminds you that you need to surrender to God. You need to ask God for help. You need to ask God for guidance. And the other thing is that you need to celebrate the things that you have been able to achieve. You need to recognize how brave you are for even taking a chance at your goals. And finally, it's not the end. It's not the end, it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning where you've been able to meet new people, you've made new contacts, you've made new networks, you've interacted with new people, you have gained new knowledge, you have opened yourself up to identifying your weaknesses, and it's an opportunity for you to improve yourself. So that's all from me. I really hope you've been able to learn something, and I'm going to leave you guys with a Bible verse, and I hope it's going to encourage you. So I love you guys so much, and it's been a real pleasure sharing with you these 10 things that I've learned through rejection and disappointment. I hope that you can also share down below. Please share this video with at least 5 of your friends, and through sharing this video with at least 5 of your friends, you can be able to also learn from 5 more people. You can hear their perspectives, you can hear how they've been able to get through rejection. So please comment down below giving me some more tips or lessons that you have learned through your experiences in rejection. And I hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye.